Get back to the phones. Let's have a quick look. Who we got? We got Paul, I think, who's a West Ham fan. Paul, welcome to the show. How are you, mate?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, Paul.
I'm not quite sure what the guy's name was. It Mark, a Celtic supporter?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a few drams of what he's been on. Seriously, come on, gentlemen. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll offer them up. Why don't you all support Tottenham? Seriously, you're a joke.
You've played him.
Yeah, you had him in a pre-season, didn't you?
Said something, shouldn't it? Celtic, I'll tell you what, you should have joined the top 6 and become the top 7 in Europe. What a joke.
You've played him, Paul, yeah?
Aye?
You've played him pre-season.
Yeah, we played them on Saturday. I think we beat them 6-2. Do you know, seriously, what are Celtic about? Rangers are the pride of Scotland. Coming down to the Premiership, I'll tell you what, I'm a West Ham boy through and through. I'd fear playing Rangers. If I got Celtic in the cup, I'd think, results. Seriously, after Saturday, I'll tell you what, my 18-year-old boy plays better football at Havant. Seriously.
So now you're saying...
you've gone non-league.
Yeah, now you've gone non-league. Mark had a go at me. You've top-trumped me. Celtic aren't as good as Havant and Waterlooville.
Yes, honestly, Havant and Waterlooville would have stuffed Celtic on Saturday. It was an absolute sham. Seriously, Celtic, get a grip. Get a grip like Tottenham need to get a grip. Sort yourselves out, right? Support your team properly. Stop dreaming. Let's get a grip of this. Yeah, I've dreamt when I was with West Ham, but we've got a grip of it. Now is all I'm hearing is Celtic this. I'll tell you what, it's an absolute disgrace that they were actually asked to be in the Champions League. We should have been there. We would have done them.
The thing is that...
It's a disgrace that Celtic were even in.
No, they were there as of right, obviously coming second in the Scottish Premiership, so you want as many teams from different countries, but they've been beaten by the second best team in the Danish league. So that tells you...
Might as well have been the second best team in Azerbaijan.
Easy for you to say. Would that be Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan.
Get a grip of this, boy.
I thought it was Harry Potter Azkaban. That's where I thought we were off to then. Jeez.
See, I swear, I can't believe it. Mark, Jesus, give me whatever Scotch he's on. I'll drink it all day. Seriously.
The thing is, Paul, when West Ham have been bad, which you have been, you'd be realistic.
We've been terrible.
Yeah, you'd be realistic. When you've been relegated, you've obviously come back up again. You'd be realistic about it. When you lost your way under Slaven Bilic, and after the first season when you were like fantastic, then you lost your way, you were very, very poor. You'd be honest. You wouldn't be delusional.
No, mate, I've cried in front of my missus about what we've been up to. But after Saturday, watching that shower player, I mean, I can't even believe we spent money going up there. Save the money and buy another football. Celtic really need to get a grip. You're not. It's like, seriously, it's like Tottenham saying you're the top 6 in the world. Get a grip.
Paul.
Let's actually be real.
Top man, Paul. I love the passion, love the energy. This is what we want, don't we? Midweek on the old sports bar. Give us some passion, give us some energy.
Paul's nailed it there, Ad, because he actually said, get a grip. You couldn't put it any better. You know, with Mark saying that their club's in a decent position. When I pointed out there was no director of football, there was no head of recruitment, no players coming in. Young players said the back four was 20, the average age 21 years. You need experience. Who are Celtic going to attract? Whereas 2 or 3 seasons ago, because they were champions and they were playing obviously regularly in Champions League football, they would attract players. Who are they going to attract now?
I've got 2 calls here, right? We'll go to Stuart first and foremost, who's a Rangers fan. Stuart, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Hello, Stu.
Good man. Now, listen, what's your take on this? From a competition point of view, obviously, as a Rangers fan, I'm sure you want some strong competition, don't you?
I don't want to win a game of tiddlywinks, far less football. But on the realistic point of it, it's just, I see where Celtic fans are coming from, but they're in such a bad financial state as well, like what Rangers were a few seasons ago. Eduardo will be away now because Celtic not qualifying for the Champions League, that money goes to Rangers now. in the Champions League, so that just means the gulf will be even bigger. So that 15 million is no longer split between two clubs. That'll be going solely to Rangers. Rangers only got 3 million for winning the SPL.
Yeah.
And when you're comparing apples and oranges, obviously, with what people get in parachute payments in England, there is no comparison. And when Perry mentioned Adam Rooney, Aberdeen had sold Adam Rooney to Salford, who were non-league, because they couldn't compete on the salary that Salford was offering them.
He was on bigger wages at Salford. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. He was getting £1,500 more a week at Salford, who were non-league, compared to the third best team at the time in Scotland.
Yeah.
So, and it is both Rangers and Celtic have got massive followings, and if they were in England and they had the resources of the Sky money and everything else, then they would be able to compete because of that. But it would take a number of years.
Yeah.
But they're in the Scottish football's in such a dire state, and like as a Rangers fan, Steven Gerrard has created a feel-good factor that gets people playing above probably where their levels are. But it's just the gulf. It's embarrassing being a Scottish football fan when you talk about Rangers Celtic, because they are Rangers effectively would be a championship side, and Celtic would be a League Two side at the moment, and that's realistic.
He's actually gone above me. He's actually put the little bit in the ribs there of League Two. He's relegated him.
Yeah.
But Stu,
that's a very considered opinion.
But
and good.
When you mentioned Steven Gerrard there, when he came to Rangers, at the time I said he wouldn't be going to Rangers if he wasn't guaranteed that you had money to spend, because he knew how much to So when he went, as Rangers fans, you must have thought, we're going to be on the up here under Steven Gerrard, because he wouldn't have come here otherwise.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And Rangers recruited a couple of people who were maybe youth players at Liverpool, a couple of other players that the only reason they went to Rangers was they wanted to play for Steven Gerrard. And that was that attraction, and that's it's a fear factor for Rangers fans, is that obviously if another successful season from Steven Gerrard, then there'll be people out there looking for him. He'll be on the radar.
Yeah, you're right, man. Listen, superb call that. Thank you very much, Stuart, for being on the show, mate. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with Bet365, connecting sports fans across the globe to every game that matters. You've got to be over 18. BeGambleAware.org. Keep your calls coming. We'll take more of them next.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.